Hello. Welcome to Kaiserreich time. What's all for? Back here again. Lighting. Why is there like 2 light tanks? Why is this not like one? Like producing twice? Yes. Yeah. Whatever. That's different questions. Well, first things first. We're doing the obvious. Turn Russia back into Empire here. It's like Russia update. And I want to turn Russia back into... you know. Literally no idea what to do. Oh. Been some time. What's like this? Special research bonus. What the fuck is this? Tank. This is like... I don't know. What is this? So I hate the Academies of Sciences. Okay. Oakley dookly. Whatever. Yes. Okay. This was you. Just military police. Let's go a bit better. So, somewhat. It's like light tanks, yeah? Yeah. You know, why not? Like 104. So I've never actually played with a major nation so far, to be completely honest. Maybe, you know, something I should have done, you know, lead up to this. Whatever. It'll work out. I hope. At least. I mean, I could be wrong. I could be right. Actually, do I need that much? That's good. That's good. Yeah, I don't know everything else. That's into this is the upgrade of that one more. Naval bomber, scout plane, tactical bomber. This was exactly like classified or not, bro. It's tactical bomber, I guess. Well, I didn't keep it on tactical bomber. Whatever. Actually, I should build some convoys. I really don't know what to do. I mean, I should probably build some ships. Whatever. It'll work out. I hope. How many civilian factories do I even have? Oh, it's actually quite a lot already. Well, still what's a few more. You know, could not. Actually cannot. Please don't be angry at me. I have like no strategic bomber, close air support. It's just wait. I did that, yeah. Good. Template. Dot idea. I'll guess. Oakley dokley. I just have like on that border because Finland can't, you know, just to make sure if like things, you know, change over time. Maybe I'll change. But for now, it'll work out. I mean, I could be absolutely wrong. Don't expect much. I'm not the expert on anything when it comes to what do you call it? EU4. Yes, EU4. Exactly. EU4. I mean. No, this not whatever. It'll work out. I hope. You are the correct ones, yes. It's this one. Let's just put you both in there. Both you. And you here. Let's add some more there. Well, it should work out. I hope. Yeah, it's like some. And what can I? Let's see. Yes. It's kind of like stress. Kind of like stretch. Well, whatever. It'll work out. I hope. Some still there. Whatever. We'll do a few later. Actually, better to do it now than, you know, later. Because, you know. So whatever. Work out. I hope. Yeah. Should be well enough. So, yeah. Yeah, fuck me. And for the rest of you to another one. You know, get fun. Just put that. Good. Settled on. Yeah, another one army group. Or maybe not a delicate, but you know, whatever. So even anyone like can do something like that. Address the army. Consolidate the security services. Ability vehicle of where? Gets the event for Russian army. Yeah, that needs to be into that. Team of unrest. Well, an engine autarky. It's not being too bad. Well, it'll work out. It'll work out. I should probably speed up things. 2 years ago, in June of 1933, President Boris Viktorovich Zelensky was elected to serve as the 5th president of the Russian Democratic Federal Republic. Election should do a majority of far-right coalition of the SZRS, and so was a consequence of 2 decades of disappointment and instability. Last government, lane government of President Vasily Maklakov was opening negotiations for Reichsbank over loan, meant to fund another set of land reforms SS. The RS was promising, but meant little as the SRS had an endless supply of insults towards the cadet SR coalition. German lackeys, softness of socialists, failing peasant living standards, and humiliated Russia after the attempt adventures on the Far East. Moved in 1934, was resigned in FIFA a month before elections, and one of SZR's Communist Squad, a child syndicalist with volume for treason, and hundreds of left-wing activists and politicians were targeted as part of campaign. Of fear, where law enforcement seemed slow and efficient at reacting. The ZSRS volunteers began guarding voting booths, especially in rural regions. Only the SORS campaigning was left unhindered, and even supported through tactical electoral alliances. In this environment of fear, many old progressives were pushed to quit out of pressure and fear over their lives. Many voters did not dare to go out, fearing violence. Voter turnout was low, and saw the old two tyrants, the cadets and SRs, almost halved in their seat counts, as the ZSRS became the undisputed largest party. A month later, combined vote of ZSRs and also our President Savinkov, and so it began. Observer rights on the Legation Council. When Britain's empire collapsed, the three great powers in the Far East, Japan, Germany, and the United States, fought over British concessions in the Cold War for dominance over Chinese trade and influence. When America intervened to keep them at peace, they created the legation cities, forcing an open door policy on Germany and Japan, both of whom decided to access the Chinese market for their own gain. The Council for International Mandate for the Chinese Concessions, collectively known as Legation Council, was created. The seat was granted to Russia because of our concessions in Tianjin. The debacle in Manchuria, where the clash with the Chinese and Japanese forces in Manchuria in 1928, was deemed to be an outrageous breach of the treaties establishing the Legation Council. In rare, unified front by Berlin and Tokyo, our voting rights were temporarily frozen until Moscow was willing to respect treaties it agreed to. In practice, this was an excuse to remove us, ally of the United States in the Council, from Chinese politics. It's unlikely our rights are restored if it is up to Germans or Japanese. Standoff. The short winter day is already ending. At the Grand Kremlin Palace in Moscow, the debates in the upper house of the Duma, the State Council, have been ongoing all day. The majority behind the chairman of the State Council, Viktor Chernov, had voted down the law on protection of the state, initiated by the Dikov government, already passed by the State Duma. Much of the legal text has already been muddled into vague rhetoric and empowering the police forces to better on enemies of the Republic. But the opposition bloc held firm and refused to accept any amendments. Jennifer decried the law as something out of police state and not one fit for a democratic republic. Stubborn resistance by both parliamentary opposition and the Supreme Court is again successfully opposed the SRS. The free media affiliated made with SZRS has begun to spew violent hatred against Chernov and desires. The law's criticism came from a chairman of the State Duma, Vasily Shulkin. The Friday circulated Duma speech denounced the opposition bloc as crypto communist and set out to Jewish and German business interests, as usual. As usual. Yeah, whatever. Two minutes discussing the decision for the best part of the evening at Chenov's home in Alexeyevsky, Moscow. Viktor Mikhailovich, lighting the seventh cigarette off for the stressful evening, seemed to be losing hope. While Krona Radar and party officers in Petrograd had a lot of the rest of Kamkov and the other northern SRs. Ranks of opposition were dwindling day by day under immense pressure from the reactionary Hydra-strangling Republic. When it seemed like a matter of time until Savinkov would gain absolute power. By drinking with Viktor, Vladimir Richter, an old friend and trusted party secretary, I tried to come up with a way to impeach the president, but the opposition simply did not have the numbers. He even suggested negotiating with the left for General Strike, even if that ended bloody like the 1934 protests. This really contacted exiled General Vasily Boldyrev, who was living in Berlin. Even in confines of his own home, the gramophone was playing loudly to draw a discussion for any potential listeners. General spoke briefly to an officer from Koning of Stars, who had discreetly met with him and proposed a military coup. However, informed Chernov that if Korniev goes through with it, he expected full support of opposition. A meeting had ended with no real agreement or trust on either side. Vladimir Nikolaevich was fully opposed to the idea, but admitted that it might be the only way the Republic can be saved at this point. Even so, what matter if all that would happen is simply exchanging one tile for another. Not that they had luxury of choice. Perhaps there's still time. No, there isn't. President was working late. That was look shows in the grading class list, with portraits of earlier presidents replaced by fathers of Narodniks. Boris Viktorovich reacted little as he was listening to Chairman Minister Alexander Dikov's explanation of the security situation. The Crown had uncovered the rumor of possible conspiracy in the military, but despite Director of Security Klepnikov's best efforts, nothing concrete was yet found. Boris Viktorovich lit another cigarette, which remembered how the two of them had set up their temporary headquarters of the SZRS, a half-collapsed farm in Chenkrovsk during the Civil War. He thought for a moment in order to increase surveillance of the Stavka, and especially of that Mongolian bastard, which Alexander Arkadevich took to be commander of himself. The person understood that the equation was dangerous. The longer Chernov, Nabokov, so dominant consolidation of power, the more time disloyal military have to plot. And many in the army simply despise this Robotniks as an unwashed mob. Expected from aristocratic moderns who do not know life outside of barracks and palaces. But the time may come eventually. For now, the priority is destroying exterminate every threat on the way to absolute power, and the fate is on our side. At 1630 yesterday, 3 shots on the Korov and Travava were heard that echoed across Russia. Viktor Chernov, head of the Socialist Revolutionary Party and chairman of the State Council, was assassinated at the hands of a fellow party member, Nikolai Leonidov. A luring ASR functionary shot Chernov in the chest 3 times as the stairs of the Grand Kremlin Palace, killing him instantly. The killer was wounded by the police before he could commit suicide and was quickly transported to the hospital in a heavy guard. Opposition bloc was thrown to disarray by the news. The next day, the deputy chairman, Cadet Nikolai Platonovich Vaka, took the reins. His position was immediately under fire. He had been initially chosen as a compromise to the right wing of the opposition bloc, with no one expecting Vaka to actually become the chairman. Now, he slaughters as unacceptably right-wing and consolidatory towards the SZRS, the Socialist Revolutionaries, and Radical Democrats. Of the men their own man as Vaka's deputy. It's become clear that Chernov was the independent opposition in the State Council. It had been his skill that had kept the opposition unflinching. We often face accusations of being too left for his own good. Chernov was in the bedrock of the Socialist Revolutionaries, as well as one of the leading architects of the Russian Republic as it exists today. With Chernov's corpse still not yet caught, some members of opposition therefore made public statements that indirectly accused the SZRS, if not necessarily President Savinkov himself, of being behind the killing, or at least lowering it through their security. The Chernov is dead. Shut up. Since the American defeat in the Chinese Eastern Railway conflict in 1928 and the subsequent case of Bolshevik Putsch in 1929, winds of change blew through the Russian army, which calcified after victory of whites in Civil War. Commander-in-Chief Konionov seized the initiative. Such an ambitious program of professionalization, modernization, and rearmament, influenced by the writings of reformists such as Nikolai Golovin and young Colonel Yevgeny Mesner. Incompetent or politically involved officers were relieved, new equipment standards and development programs for tanks and aircraft established, uniform modern tactical doctrine written by General Lieutenant Arseny Zaitsov implemented, and wide overhauls made to military education. Night was opening the officer corps to the lower classes, as well as for Morets. In 1936, the Russian army stands as a force superior to any its borders. Yet that is not enough. Strife from Germany in the coming war will require far more, and the timetable is short. However, the path forward is contested. On one end, somewhat disfavored by Konionov, lies Nikolai Golovin, a prominent reformist since even before the Great War, and his neo-Suvorov Rovian Creek, such as the prominent investigating of continuing to advocate for ambitious reforms to the Russian command structure, comprehensive military scientific education, and a shift to German mission-based decentralized command. All with the goal of matching or even beating German tactical performance. On the other hand, the new faction of those collect new of the Black bullets, headed by Civil War legends Sergei Makarov and Fyodor Yakovs, and Yevgeny Mesler, arguing for continuation of the bold shock-based offensive tactics of the Civil War with new focus on mechanization. Okay. Steady security service. Wolf Motus. That gives like, yeah, this gives like 2 military factors, huh? Lapse of the position block. If Generals death, the position blockers begin disintegrating fast. Come to disintegrate faster than journalists can write about it. In the extraordinary session, there's the Arts and Committee. The left wing is outvoted and Vladimir Richter, former party secretary and General Second Handman, was elected as the new chairman of a party as a compromise candidate. The measure satisfy no one, despite Richter's insistence on continuing Chernow's work. He has little trust in the left. After the vote, Maria Spiridonova of the left faction commented that the so-called Socialist Revolutionary Party has lost any connection with socialism and furthermore with revolution. Having indicated nothing but old reactionaries who lost their ideals 15 years ago. Afterwards, the divide between left and right, which Chernov had only been able to bridge with great skill, split wide open, and was loyal to Spiridonova, denounced the parliamentary path, which had failed, and would instead move into resistance of anyone who was still has the spirit of the socialist revolutionaries in their chest. Seeing the writing on the wall, more right-wing members of the opposition bloc are now aiming a compromise with the ZSRS. The first one to defect was Nikolai Trubetskoy from the VPPV, declared the opposition bloc dead and called on the conservatives to instead make peace with the more moderate force of the ZSRS. In mere days, the bloc has dissolved in chaos, fear and oppression. Now this stands between some from this vision of Third Russia, the dominoes fall. Turns out everything is falling apart. Death throes of a republic. Leonidov. By the doctor's best attempts at the Kremlin hospital, Cherenov's assailant died of catastrophic internal bleeding before he could be interrogated. Surprisingly, the investigation was quickly taken over by 5th Department of General Chief of Staff War Ministry, that is, military intelligence under General Field Marshal Lovor Kolninov. Command. Citing the matter as one of national security. Unfortunately, the department's investigation thus far has uncovered little hard evidence. A Petrograd native, 34-year-old Leonidov, joined the SS in the early 1920s. But his otherwise struggled to hold down a job and lives estranged from his wife. More ominously, investigators have uncovered that Leonidov met with a German consul only a few days prior to killing Chernov. Attempts to meet with his consul proved fruitless. They evidently left on an unannounced visit to Riga the day after the chairman's assassination. Reportedly giving credence to the idea of foreign conspiracy, the investigation lacks any proof connecting Leonidov to Germany. Only possible motive for why Germany would want Chernov dead. In any case, the opposition has become increasingly vocal in demanding progress from investigation. The German public is growing more convinced that the government had something to do with Chernov's murder. What is Kornilov meddling in? I don't know. I don't think I want to know. Alexander Kerensky, former leader of the Russian provisional government, until his overthrow by again the Russian Civil War, and helped by many others responded. To be fair, this Russian Civil War started like earlier, if being completely honest. As level charges against the Savinkov government that is dragging Russia on the road back to tyranny, showing all the progress Russia has made since its victory over the Bolsheviks. The former president has leveled particular criticism on the government's decision to end the investigation of Chernov's killing to General Kornilov, who said Kerensky has caustically described as like putting the frogs in charge of a hand coup. Savinkov himself, Kerensky did not spare his former Minister of War either, stating that this serpent, Savinkov, was strangling Russia's freedom today in a manner he failed to do with Kornilov 20 years ago. The first time Kerensky has commented on Russian affairs, but years have passed, so as a shock value of his pronouncements. And when he hated even his most fervent supporters in Russia during his brief stint as the country's many Kerensky's motherland simply see him as a warlord relic, begging of his past achievements to earn speaking tours of credulous Westerners. Kerensky is currently living in exile in New York City, and while his most recent batch of inflammatory statements have made rounds in American and European newspapers, they have been all but completely ignored within Russia itself. Good, nobody should listen to that man. Why would anybody listen to that man? That is a better question. Okay, I can't like. Uh-oh. It's getting annoying. Uh-oh. But look, the British Stock Exchange first sipped this plunge weeks ago. Businessmen and market analysts in Russia have observed the aftershocks of black money in silent order. A flood of bankruptcies, inflation, and general panic has surged across Middle Europa. It's a crusher like a runaway train. In repetition of events 10 years ago, value for ruble has plummeted in sympathy with German mark, wiping out fortunes overnight. Given Russia's close current ties with Germany under the Vilnius Agreement, Russian industries and business are collapsing into insolvency almost in lockstep with their German counterparts. Across Russia, every new day brings with it another grim day of lost jobs and levies. Oh no. Additional investigation into sorry, I'm really sorry for all the coughing. Additional investigation into the New York speak ground. The Fifth Department has come up with a more convincing theory. Nikolai Leonidov was a socialist radical. The murder was politically motivated. The workers' claims continue to point to recently uncovered evidence of Leonidov's connection with a radical maximalist offshoot of the socialist revolutionists, who alleged to have plotted a chain of assassination due to the chairman's treasonous cooperation with bourgeoisie reactionary parties. In fact, if Leonidov committed this act and voters from the left socialist revolutionaries would grant a justification for immediate action, masters of a party leadership, banning of the party organs, eradicating the conspiracy before they can threaten the safety of the president himself. Kony first proposed preventive actions against the conspiracy before it can strike again. It requested the president to activate Article 17 of the Constitution, giving all ministry extraordinary powers to arrest any person who may be involved with the power to crack down. Hey, that sounds bad. Sounds like giving the, I'm just saying, it gives maybe a bit too much power to. Just a bit, just a tiny bit, I feel like it just gives maybe a tiny bit. Jacobin selected in France. Russian Empire withdraws from Italy. Okay. Or military conspiracy. The Korean theory of socialist conspiracy does fit the typical Svobodanik narrative and not give government an hour reason to crack down on the leftist opponents. Ukraine Director Legon Klepikov has urged caution to the president. The Department of State Security Protection has been conducting their own shadow investigation and increasingly suspicious of Kondinov's intentions. Recent reports from Ukraine regarding Leonidov's background have brought up several irregularities. No name is drifter. It instead appears that Leonidov has several relatives in the headquarters of Petrograd military district. Moreover, Ukraine has uncovered a series of staff and garrison reach officers in Petrograd and Moscow. The army is at not an egg to mention. This could be simple coincidence or minor background work to facilitate the killing of Chernoff. But some whisper that the Konyanov may have great ambitions than just helping Savinkov eliminate his rivals. Uh-oh. Evolution. Oh no, Chingham hegemony shadows. Yeah. It's gone. It's all gone. Like it's all falling apart. Chairman of State Council Viktor Chernov's entitled to funeral with state honors. For ideas, of course not particularly liked by many of us. ZRS was intended to be rather quick and small state funerals, quickly failing to become a great mass event. More and more people wish to pay their respects to the fallen legend. The distinct length of government representation of the funeral. When the ministers present are Ivan Maisky and Ivan Ilyin, proceeded to pay Chernov warm respects for his long career as statesman. From a position where hundreds summoning having come all the way from Petrograd or Samara to just to pay their respects. As the coffin was being carried, someone started singing the first note of Radin's Comrades This Bravely March. The crowd continued. After the funeral, the crowd of thousands gathered in Samarkand in front of the Petrograd court chambers. Spiridonova held a fierce speech demanding justice for Chernov, while protesters were shouting down with Konyev. Bobby said that this then also included the sitting president. The event was quickly turned into an anti-government rally led by socialist revolutionaries. The public show force will break them up. Sorry, we're not allowing that to happen. Maybe, like, ask for somebody else in hindsight. Just saying. The end of the initiation put Moscow into Petrograd into a frenzy. But there are hardly the only cities in Russia facing unrest in the wake of Chairman's untimely end. Rumors have spread like a firestorm across southern Russia, which being the Chernov's death is only the first step in this only coup d'etat. Again, as factory cities like Rostov-on-Don, Yekaterinodar, and Stavropol, among others, have escalated directly in the past few days. Started tens of the years, protests against the ZSRs. Strikes have quickly drawn in other elements of regions non-Kazakh population, referred to as Ingorodny. Outsiders, the non-Cossack Slavs, now form upwards of half the population in the territories of Don, Kuban, Terek, and Astrakhan Cossacks. Despite this, Ingorod actually excluded from politics and owning that. And instead, work and roads considered beneath the Cossacks' dignity as a military state, such as factory workers, farmlands, or urban bourgeoisie. Discrimination has been justified at grounds that the Cossacks, like many mountaineer peoples, are legally considered indigenous in the region, and their autonomy has been guaranteed under the federal constitution. Nonetheless, the state of affairs led to profound resentment among the Ingorodny, which rapidly led to a recent strike devolving into bloody riots. Cossack responses between crowds are dispersed with cavalry charges and swinging whips. Ingorodny have accused the Cossacks of police brutality, while the Cossacks have shot back that they only intervened when the mobs began targeting Cossack homes and families. Both groups have petitioned that the federal government recognize the Cossacks can hold their own affairs. Yeah, because of all of it. Yes. Lord German Boris Viktorovich decided to play Kalinov's game. He made a public appearance and commanded to the press that there may be conspiracy afoot against the government, and several army officers have already been arrested on suspicion of involvement in Chernov's death. Such public blaming of the army is nothing short of declaration of war on Kornilov, invitation to a duel of words. The Yasa was shocked and sensed many members of the army, among the rank and file, those involved in the assassination plot. Members of Bodyrev's 1929 putsch are strong, and our government has made it clear that it will pose any threats to the Republic from armed forces. The past few days have seen communications between Savinkov and Kornilov break down entirely. The Supreme Command of the army has remained silent in the headquarters of the Moscow military district, surrounded by forces loyal to him, avoid any response to the accusations of the president. Not giving Kornilov any more time to plot, President Savinkov ordered him to arrive in person at a meeting of the War Ministry in Yormov Gergogevich. Korat the doc was forced to act. To much surprise, Kornilov agreed to come to the Kremlin personally. After leaking the headquarters of the military district, Kornilov slipped past the government escort and instead headed directly to the Kremlin. He was accompanied by a company of Junker cadets from like safe and took on in military academies. It's an obviously pre-planned move. Upon arriving, he ordered the special purpose battalion tasked with guarding the Kremlin to secure the Senate Palace and ensure the safety of the president with support of the cadets. Kornilov's supers proved to be his downfall, as much as was derived before him. Only a portion of the security battalion agreed to follow his orders. Fierce fighting soon broke out within the Kremlin, as Kornilov's forces tried to arrest the soldiers who refused to obey orders, claiming that they were loyal only to Soviet comfort. Much of the Kremlin complex fell rapidly, smashing through the gates of the Moskaya Tower. Kornilov's troops reached the Senate Palace, where they were finally stopped by dogged loyalist resistance by the MVD troops long enough for reinforcements to arrive from the capital's garrison. It was said that Savinkovs followed the fighting within the Kremlin. With clear on his face, small plot that he had already left the complex by this point. Kornilov himself was wounded by grenade and taken prisoner in the Senate Palace. The rest of the mutineers were shot on the spot. Simultaneously, Ukraine moved to arrest the traitors within military district headquarters. Now uncrowned military dictator of Russia, throtting a Butyrska prison. No further statement on the events of the night has been given. Only death. Just retire him, I guess. Like an old man, you know, like definitely nothing can happen. But it may actually, something bad may actually happen, you know. Interesting. And a pyramid spike. Oopsie doopsie, you don't want that to happen. After several tense meetings between Kornilov and Savinkov, finally relented to admitting his guilt and condition that he, and more importantly his subordinates, be spared. Then before Moscow court chambers through a detailed series of reports and witness statements, the story that emerged as one of fundamental and catastrophic misunderstandings. Kornilov, through intelligence gathered by the army, was convinced of Chernov's role in a wide-ranging conspiracy against the government, which included members of the ZRS itself, acting on his own initiative. Kornilov had Chernov assassinated. The Chernov's allies in the government remained at large. Kornilov believed the state was compromised and was failed to coordinate effectively. Suing Bell in the Kremlin was, in fact, botched attempt to safeguard Savinkov against an attempt on his life. Those actions can be perceived as high treason, and even as possible putsch. The court found insufficient evidence to meet the higher bar needed for a charge of treason. Nevertheless, Kornilov has been stripped of his post as Minister of War and pension of, symbolically retaining his rank solely of respect for his past service. Some accomplices have similarly been drummed out of the military, but have otherwise been unpunished due to their belief that they were serving Russia. Kornilov, speaking with the press from court steps, and the press just remarks that he had faithful soldiers, that he left faithful soldiers astray, but maintains his belief that Chernov was acting to imperil Russia. Reactions of the verdict and Kornilov's statements have varied. The opposition is apoplectic. And Kornilov has escaped justice despite admitting to Chernov's murder, and a large portion of the public is deeply uncomfortable that simple miscommunication and vigilantism has led to so much bloodshed. Military in turn is very relieved to learn that the leader was simply wrong, but acted with noble intentions. And commanded the Russian army since the final days of the Great War. However, Kornilov's absence has left a vacancy that no small amount of effort can hope to fill. The army's mood is fractious. We must tread carefully with the choice of successor. The army is largely divided between two men, Anton Denikin and Pyotr Wrangel, both of whom were among Kornilov's close associates. Sergei Markov was briefly considered, but he quickly issued a statement declaring both the lack of interest in the position and a conflict of interest due to his close friendship with both other candidates. Unfortunately, such a friendship can't be said to exist between Denikin and Wrangel. Denikin, the son of peasants, and his generals employed through unimpeachable courage and tenacity of an elite infantry and artillery officer. Disdainful of politics, Denikin has never come to accept his place as the army's highest-ranking Republican. He has reportedly still not become comfortable enough with politicians to shake something off said. Wrangel, meanwhile, hails from an ancient family of Baltic German nobility, and for his merits are beyond question, he is far more comfortable with intrigue and police than the Graf Denikin. Wrangel's past service was as cavalry officer in the famously monarchistic Guards Gore. But as general, he has instead served to evading the capabilities of Russia's humble conscripts, with much more academic approach towards military affairs. Yes, Wrangel. It's like, why would we ever do anything else? Like, yeah, is there anything else I cannot do? I've control vision pre-call. Oh, nice relief work. Yeah. Black Mountain 7, so. I don't know what that means. Army of Steel. That's not actually better. If I can, so far, it's fair. Oh yeah, but I guess. Why not? Runga Priest. Russian camera boats have captured a historic moment. Russian Army's history. President Savinkov and General Field Marshal running a co-signing comprehensive reform package aimed at revitalizing Russia's capacity to wage war. Over 6 details have been referred as a concession to secrecy. Savinkov and Wrangel have both discussed their intent to prepare the brave Russian everyman with Frontovik and patriarch alike for tomorrow's war. Some within the army question the wisdom of such glacial approach to war making. The thought of stout defenses and improved conditions has proven very popular with the Russian public. Close meeting with Stavka, General Field Marshal Denikin has reported the scathing critique of Savinkov's chosen military policy directed to present his face. Then again, sharing the same professionalism and renowned bluntness that he had once used with Kerensky, did not mind in his words when it came to time to decry the idiocy and cowardice that Savinkov was condemning the army to by following Wrangel's archaic lead. Excellent. Well, who cares? I don't. The death of pies. Bit of security. Annam 1922's Constitution, Article 63, grants the President of the Republic power to declare a state of security with approval of the State Council. Savinkov's last attempt in 1933 to use the state of security was curbed as it did not pass the State Council. It was fought by Cornelius Wine that if the Constitution is ignored, military has no other option but to act. Based on the current instability, a new state of security has been declared and surprisingly passed in the State Council. The opposition is broken. The state of security, or Chronoy Polzhenia, was already added to this constitution due to demands of army, saw the need for dictatorial powers in case of communist uprising or similar public unrest. It was used to give post-fact justification for Admiral Kolchak's wartime dictatorship, and has been used in 1929 and again in 1932 to quell time of unrest. In Paris, having additional restrictions, the state of security also executive decrees to bypass almost all constitutional guarantees concerning personal and political freedom and judicial rights. The only provision for ending such a state is supported by the State Council. Immediately after the decree, Chairman Minister Digov announced the suspension of various civil rights, empowering the police and a great expansion of powers of law enforcement on those seeking to stabilize our great Russia. This is but the first step. Sick. Hello. Flame launch demo. Why are you sad? Hey. Uh-oh. It's actually putting over in China. The chef pushes unfought war. Greifeld war General Yakov slash I hate those names. Slash Yov. Why is that dog now? Soldiers saw in his secret air magnum opus maneuver, the key to victory. title for unfoldable. So it shows new book puts on a series of armored warfare, facing as rapid changes in technology, following most existing countermeasures to mask tanks obsolete. Prolific writer Professor rifle officers Gordon Petrograd has made waves for both was writing and personal. Dashing, irreverent, and hopelessly addicted to cocaine, Slashishiro has become one of the most important controversial members of what's come to be called Markov School. Informal critique of reformist officers centered around the eponymous general, a vibrant proponent of mass mechanizations. Your grounds much of his prose and putting off the tactics of his peers. Literary choice to destroy is no small amount of controversy. You do a video for Chair Mikey. Yeah. Book has never necessarily become better. It remains to be seen as school, whatever. Russia struggled with the question of how to modernize and organize its vast countryside. Until the rupture by Great War, Stoikman reforms attempted to dismantle the mere the tradition. They didn't. But it's a bit of how do I say this? Like it's a very simplification. It did not. It was a very local affair. Like they could dismantle it as they wanted, but we didn't necessarily need to. The traditional peasant village, in favor of modern smallholders, chaos of 1917 instead brought farmer rights changes, a black repetition. The peasants took advantage of breakdown of order to seize land for themselves. Subsequent SR Canada land reforms of 1923 was an attempt to restore order as well as a redistribution campaign. Farms granted villages significant autonomy, while also allowing peasants to rent nationalized land at very low prices. Unfortunately, the campaign's other results were mixed. For peasants gaining a great deal of acreage, reforms were tarnished not only by enormous corruption in the land committee, but also by clientele over who would be receiving the land. The government purchased vast tracts from landowners at below market prices, much of it finds the faith in the hands of industrialists and wealthy peasants, rather than the needy. Attempts to fix the reforms flaws crumbled under bickering of SRs and cadets. President Savinkov was finding himself with an enviable job of correcting 2 decades of old coalition's shortcomings. No one is keen for a repeat of the 1932 peasants' revolt in Tambov, which saw peasants gunned down after riots erupted in the wake of the cadets' refusal to renegotiate land sales. SZRS Minister of Agriculture, Pavel Agiev, has outlined an ambitious program to attract past others. Council of Justice, civil servants, agronomists, and surveyors will be more across Russia, granted authority to rule on cases of land division. Most are expecting councils to simply pass it off fresh land. Our meeting with peasants wishes must balance with consolidating uselessly small plots into livable allotments. Even if some peasants are then obligated to find work outside, land is only part of the equation. Russia's farmers must be honest and balanced to fair to feed not only the growing population, but also state officers. Paying our choices in the end stemmed from a mission with potential grant stability party popularity. Well, yeah, protects fiscal stability. The Romanovs. The current claimant to Russian throne, albeit only in minds of the monarchists, former grandparents, now common citizen Kirill Vladimir Romanov. After the death of his last grandson, Nikolai, Kirill, who was the first cousin officer, became a de facto heir. His father's appointment for monarchists in 1921, so the monarchy was indeed not restored, been reasonably conciliatory. Hitler himself has been also Republican, so deciding with the February Revolution is early on and his subsequent support for the Republic if it's will of people. Credit son Vladimir, the Diary for Press, young and handsome, represents a very epitome of modern royal of the 1930s. Vladimir delights in Russia's vibrant cultural life, takes part in motor racing competitions and is a common host of charity events. Many of these also serve as vehicle in politics, as the prince is a much bolder proponent of monarchism than his humble and moderate father is. It's certainly a strong personality that gives Russia's monarchists hope. Zankov's ascension has created problems for Romanovs. Zankov has nothing but distaste for him, but hasn't yet dared to move against them, or just doesn't consider him a threat. Does not help that many grassroots Subotniks nor shared Zavinkov's side of monarchy. Quite the contrary, old even rose tinted view of Romanov's smartest of civil war. Could different from what few public appearances he did before, and the worsening police situation has given the Vladimir pause. Despite his initial statements claiming Savinkov is putting the Republic in order, he has since rebuked any attempt by a SZRS he has to gain official proof from him. It was that the Romanovs have been drafting plans to leave the country on short notice should it come to the worst. Yeah, actually, I don't know. Do I want a good military angle up? I think I want a military. Yeah, let's get military angle up, I guess. Yeah, come on. So let's save the thing. The Russian Orthodox Church, like Russia, has endured the 20th century more than it has lifted. Caught in the seemingly endless web of debates regarding episcopal, monastic, and parish reforms, the Church has navigated the treacherous waters of war and revolution, but never smoothly even. The revival of Moscow Prodigal in 1917 was not spared from controversy, but Trechtikon and deserved reputation as an able leader in the tragedy of the Civil War. As allegedly liberal attitudes prominent election and both through the subsequent election by Shah Anthony. After Tikhon's passing in 1925, but he continued vibrant of a Episcopal faction, with no time running up for confrontation first by attempting to make all parishes commemorate the Romanov dynasty in the prayers, and then the more neutral civil authorities, later by eventually refusing to cooperate with any net reform. Slurring of the church-state relations has seen opposition Anthony Koles around Metropolitan Sergei of Nizhny Novgorod. More of a history of social welfare activism, into a slight withdrawn moderate clerics and laity to his banner. For a schism within the church is rarely discussed openly. Its intensity has grown stronger, as Anthony's declining health makes a new Patriarch election likely in the near future. With this in mind, many members of the Sergian faction have approached the SZRS support, both out of practical concern for mending relations with the government, but in many cases out of genuine belief in the Subotnik's vision. The bishops themselves are unlikely to change their dislike of Savinkov, but with additional help, the SZRS could expand its among parishes with little difficulty. This in turn would ensure that Sergian priests are nominated by the laity and open an avenue through which the influence of the Polar Church. Sergian seemed to set on supporting the SZRS one way or another, but how much Savinkov is willing to sacrifice to return the favor remains to be seen. I don't think this is a bad idea. Get the angle a bit lower. It's if I remember correctly, it's something that allows, here. Which may increase military angle. Yeah, why not? We want the military group, Destroy the peasants' common land is destroy the soul of Russia. Oh, fuck. I need to go pee. I'll be back. Ah, fuck. Some secret expedition strip farming is not only efficient, but also essential. Russia simply lacks the land, need to sustain all its peasants. The Russian is to prosper, and there's little choice but to consider fields that have access rural population to nearby cities. Across the roads into Siberia and Turkestan. Hopes are high that these efforts will then, and paired with farm mechanization and new agricultural colleges, increase crop yields exponentially while respecting the mere traditions. Scans of land divisions have appeared across Russia. The new reform program has entered. Scans of land divisions have appeared across Russia. The new reform program has entered its first of those stages. Vast tracts of land have been earmarked for nationalization. Thousands of surveys and judges are busy working through a decade of legal backlog. New art thoughts, trade cooperatives, been established to also provide work for the influx of peasants into towns and cities. Unfortunately, not everyone has been pleased to discover what reforms actually entail. SRS party officials have been flooded with letters addressed to President Savinkov demanding he punish ministers for misinterpreting his orders. Letters of many villages of furious that the state has given all officials not only a veto on the election of village headmen, but also reserve the right to appoint one. Looks proved difficult. Consolidation of land strips has flared tempers. That's why many peasants want land, few are keen on redrawing boundaries or leaving their home village outright. The agronomy college scheme has received vitriol, some letters arguing that the time spent in classrooms less time spent in the fields. Though party spirits have somewhat deflated, many are adamant that reforms must proceed as planned. That these are simply growing pains. There will not be more opposition in the future. I will tell if the party is willing to pay the cost of countering. Like, we're not here for a stable government anyway, we're here trying to coup it anyway, If that's the case now. Get at least the best out of it. Yeah. My best of Russia. It's like one is, it's like the national populism, national radism. Nationalneue narratstvo. Det som next of the 19th century. Från Naya Bolga. Social revolution is finally becoming the defining agent of ZSRS. Through the decades, many methods have varied, but our time belief in the strengthful put off Russian peasant. What do we believe in? We believe in people, not in democracy, Saracen, the president Marxism. We stand from Russian people, the values of elites and tyrants. It's common unity of free Russian peasant forms violence so for Russia. Yeah, whatever. Just do it. Maktförhörs said current but they do. Studies has been told of Ukrainian peasants spending like decrease plague power. Let's get that a bit down like by one. Oh yeah, another thing about that. Non-available. Didn't think that through, huh? Really need to get like the whole thing done. Russian military have fleet. And it's like 2 more factories. One new and one strategic program. No, that matters. I got a branch of military. Военного Dushini Flot Rossi, military athlete of Russia. Even more extensive changes since the Great War. For only minutes success, which ended up with outbites and crew of army and navy, better athletes. VVFFR would only be separate and conceived as its own military branch in 1929, after efforts both by ace Alexander Alexandrovich Kazakov, Vyacheslav Shmateyevich Tsikhayev. The former became the first chief of Air Force of Russia. New branch of military established, our new source of limited funding. For more promising domestic designs from companies such as Sikorsky, Kamian, and Dux emerged, known for expansion of aviation schools and clubs. Individuals such as Alexander Lapshinsky and Vasily Kirpin spearheaded the development of the aviation doctrine and military academy. The national arms industry saw limited production runs for domestic designs due to finite funding. They by largely continued to rely on importing foreign aircraft, causing many national companies to turn towards the civilian sector to keep their operations running. The rise of SZRS came a turning point for the VVFR. Between the visions of Lapshinsky, who sees therefore as an extension of the army, closely correlating to achieve tactical success on the battlefield, and with skies, Kirpin envisions an air force that can operate independently behind the front lines to achieve strategic success with fight destruction of enemy industry, infrastructure and critical supply. This helps with, yeah. This with a Black Monday, apparently. That's great. That's what we need. Yeah, there's like, nothing going on. Well, we'll pause this. I don't know what that means. Dźwięk FFO. Rule of de facto protectorate Kiev. Backward shipment Vola Khan has long rejected generous guidance of his Ram state, so taking brave Russian songs in combat, crossing at the height of the Dashkan crisis. It does not take a genius to recognize that Kiev will never truly surface loyal supported. He's a dog who has bit this master once, going with because of actions to put him down. Seek the weak governments of Rudnev and Klakov report the Smet of recognition of his legal control over Transcaspia and the ban of any Russian dominion over Kievans. This embarrassing course of action has been spearheaded by our leading agent Kiva, the colonel of General Ivan Zaitsev, a Skorn native, allying himself with Junait Khan at the expense of his homeland. To rectify those mistakes, he moved to force Zaitsev out, blamed him with dubious charges of corruption. He's been replaced with a more trustworthy court advisor, General Vasily Ivanovich Morozov. His opponent, Junait Khan, has placed General Morozov into glorified house arrest, restricting him from leaving the old city of Kiva, and taking with Russian-sponsored Kiva military school. General Khan's brazen acts have threatened his more informal control of our region. He had to strengthen ties with the rogue Turkestani Republic, but was so poor in control of military intervention to keep out what General Khan's provocations would be dangerous and difficult. The aims of cannot have proposed that we provide clandestine support for imprisoned Kievan Khan, who, if restored to power through a coup, would certainly prove to be a more pliable puppet. Meantime, we'd have to swallow pride and ignore the matter of Kiva, lest we deprive him of any more popular support. Forget it, Cooper and ignore this, so. Yeah, military and that's already at full. Half by where? Look at that. And that one was like, what? What? German Empire. Let's repeat. Why didn't you switch on? See how it goes. Interesting shot, just. Not sure the economy like demand. Said that funds from military, you know why not. Well, only 3 more. And defense infrastructure, nice. Just like this one. So much. Detroit will go. Roots of courage. Beat victory. Kind of like what I'm gonna do with this one, you know. So, you know, like, yeah, I'm just like saying, you know. Academy of Black. Something like that. Hey, Cooper Beijing, oh no! Well, not that I really care that much. Farmer strikes. First orders will come, land reform campaign has powerful momentum. Many Russian newspapers have taken to publishing daily columns stating the acreage of land given to peasants for sale. Alongside letters, thanks to President Samigov, as SZRS. However, every secretary seems to know that these problems have only gotten worse. The ones going to price with conservation and migration program remain the most controversial issues. Out of respect for their independence, villagers themselves were given oversight for much of the process, but many disgruntled peasants have simply stopped bothering to listen to them any longer. Worse yet, anger against the reformers has begun to coalesce into open strikes. Farmers and landless peasants alike have banded together to decry the government's alleged colonization of the countryside. They net offers to make farmers economically viable have trumped promises to give all peasants a fair share of land. The situation is tense, for violence has fortunately not yet broken out. Nevertheless, much of Russia's Central and Black Earth region has been paralyzed by the strikes, jeopardizing much-needed shipments of grain. Though units of MVD and Cossacks are trying their best to restore order without resorting to bloodshed, the party cannot afford another tumble of. A good thing we already have, you know, don't have that high, like already dealt with, you know. Well, bosses, yeah, that's nice and everything, doesn't really matter with me, but. Liberty in Latvia. Backed by Russian arms, the brave sons of Latvia have taken power to their own country and are now in the middle of Constantine Assembly. General Janis Kuras as the majesty leader of the Liberty struggle, as connections to police as Divinsk and Russia. His patriots are challenged by various liberals, progressive socialists. The actual liberals are minuscule importance, should Kuras lose. Only to Bolshevik kick up Petrus rising to power. The foreigners are reposed to plan to find support to Kurelis and ensure that he can keep Latvia in order. Ensures like. Perhaps United Baltic Duchy. So one time I may actually support the Latvians. The one time. Only because they're useful. Yes, like not like if getting resources more important, you know. Look. Ah, fuck. I forgot that gets off first. That's what I get for not reading. Whatever. Yeah, no. Ungar's journal escapes to Russia. Var en avproppad Roman för Ungarns stämverkskammaren Mongolia, igen, many of us know Mongolian associates were forced to flee the country. Ungar's generals. Katanowski and Poroshenko were able to cross the border and escape to Irkutsk. The famous leak like Grandi was sent as an attaché to Mongolia in 1941. It serves as some as liaison between Sternberg and us. A friend led to Boris Zarikov offering a service to the Russian army. Vilka command army. Oh fuck. Finland turned socialist. Oh fuck me. Who the fuck is that? It looks like Kerensky, I don't like that. Yeah, you're the one that's like responsible, isn't it? Responsible for like doing this. Maybe I've actually gone beyond Helsinki. Realistic one. Honestly, probably should not even like do anything up there. Yeah. Excavation. A lot of manpower. It's like anything else. Hello. That's for Moscow, of course. Yeah, why not? Kaiserreich first commitment to the community of Cossacks, Mondays, and Steppe people discovered near Katerino for 7 sessions with the group founding in 1922. Certainly a meeting ground for many different people who inhabit southern Russia, and the community has long held a reputation for elitism and patronage. This is entirely surprising, as many of its members and landowners and hereditary clan chiefs who would have little to gain from dividing the estates. It was kind of a shock when the 7th session ruled in favor of formally declaring support for percent and Savinkov's land reform became. Once the price had worn off, the caveat to that statement quickly came to light. Support was contingent on reform keeping land within its respective ethnic group. I'm sure disappointment largely landless in Gorodny, and groups like the Chechens and English, well, who cares about them. The statement has nevertheless strength of the hand for reformist factions among the Cossacks and Mountaineers. It's no secret that Savinkov admires the Cossacks and many of the Mountaineer peoples, but the relationship with the landowning elites of these groups has been slightly more awkward from an ideological standpoint. Nonetheless, the ZSRS are not the ones to give to Osmos. Landowning elite support remains necessary in maintaining order in the region, and the 7th session has opened the avenue for drawing SZRS factions closer to power, small steps, but steps nonetheless. Isak wants some of Isak going incorrect. Upwards, culture exploding. A bit of the cabarets of Russian invasion, a long war fight of Valerian Chekalov, Georgy Baidukov, and Alexander Belyakov have completed the trans-Russian flight from Moscow to Mount Amur River in the Far East. By its faces now decorate every newspaper in Russia. The much praise has also been given to the project's mastermind, Admiral Alexander Kolchak, aviation companies Sikorsky and Tupolev. By being a true bed mariner, Kolchak has emerged as one of the most energetic and lavish funders of Russia's air industry, seeing aircraft not only innovative for Russia's defense, but also for proud interest in exploring the North Pole. Kolchak has already promised that the flight is only the beginning, and a Russian aircrew can be expected along American shores by summer's end. Watching is the best in the world. It's like all of them up there. Maybe speed up things a bit. Oh, it's just sitting like for now, like hour or so. Dog Sarges, Although Subotniks have been called butchers before, Polyflex standing on top of a meat processing plant is still a novelty. Much fanfare as through the first Moscow sausage factory, with experience in capital of both Russia and Germany. Assessment to what can be done when two sausage-loving nations work together. Sadly, finance and management left much to be desired. Profits were meager since opening in 1933, so Moscow sausage proved unable to compete in Europe and were too pricey for Russians. Factory's German owners, Haberstädter Würstchen, promptly sold it to Russia's government in the wake of a black month of pittance. The SZRS have since transformed the first Moscow sausage factory into a prototype for the economic vision. Various government have mentioned of an SZRS ATA, traditional form of trade cooperative given national populist makeover. With the government's blessing, the brother workers now run a factory under the supervision of party-approved elders. One of the dormitories and chef have been constructed near the factory's ground to better develop sense of community. Additionally, the plants have been retooled to produce more affordable products. Most of the President Savinkov himself insisted a new, heartier sausage be developed. After all, Russia's people will be as hungry as the factories with work to lies at. It remains to be seen how practical such transformation can be across Russia. But the sausage stand has captured public attention. New ostensibly heavy doctor structures are already hit. Whatever. New China class independence. Military coup in Japan. What the fuck do you mean military coup in Japan? Red Europe. Nice. That's like after it was a Belgrade, like Russian treaty. Yeah, no. Oh yeah. Another bonus expected. Okay, that means there should be no song. No, I get effects from army of the Kornilov. Okay. German news has arrived from Caucasus. Ibrahim Shulikov, long-standing friend of Russia and a pillar of government support. Chechnya has died after an attack by an unknown science. Shulikov and a group of relatives stumbled into an ambush as they were returning from a hunting trip on the outskirts of the town of Staria Tagay. Struck by several rifle shots, Shulikov perished almost instantly. With Shulikov's companions returned fire, none of the ambushes were captured, and any dead were carried off the field before they could be retrieved. So unlike news in Moscow, which has watched with concern as control over Chechnya, Ingushetia has, in the past years, Shulikov was instrumental in liberating Chechnya from unholy lines of Bolsheviks and Uzun Kadashi's Caucasus imminent during the Civil War. Since then, Shulikov family have acted as vital intermediaries between the Russian government and the local Chechens, crushing dissent by rewarding loyalty generously. With Ibrahim's death, the Shulikovs have been fatally weakened. Our members of Proto-Gendrakroni type clan have already emerged to carve out pockets of influence, and many make no secret about their hostility to Russia. Policing the region will likely become substantially difficult. Whatever. Whatever. There have been worse things. I hope at least, if I'm being completely honest. questions like what they want to do. No, terror doctrine, long range bombardment is actually kind of like sounds nice. If I'm being completely honest. Was West Polish regime is done, but something that will go free. Germany's the Germany. There's a guy Romanovs with Russians for almost half a decade now. Germany was a well-known Polish statesman head of the Polish National Committee for after the French and British revolutions brought him to Moscow, only until the government stood standing and continued to fight against German oppressors. As was made, Russia supposed to pause on not fight against the German monarchy in Poland, and in exchange for this, Poland would beat an enemy to Russia. His name and party, the National Democrats, commands man suspect to make the Polish right. One, can you just destabilize King Ours monarchy to get our own? Yeah, I issues end. Yeah, I issues end. Don't know if I want an independent Poland. I mean, to be fair, actually, maybe I want an independent Poland now that I think about it. You know, you should think most things through. That's the reason I normally, you know, don't really go and, you know, do those things. You think that through, huh? Probably it's oh fuck ever. Two question after them. Russia Air Force VFS generally focus on small bombers, support offline operations, large because Kaninov's insistence. Young officer and furious was the equip has been particularly vocal support of changed of direction. The Air Force should become an instrument of terror rather than a mere replacement for artillery. The topic has also run interest of war. There is often expressed importance of Russian invasion, so consist in the SZR's propaganda that the terrorist cell was already playing 2 years in an aeroplane to assassinate the Tsar in 1907. Modern technology, airports become a radical solution to the question of terror. Instead of bombing individuals, modern technology enables bombing entire nations to terror and submission. Varmis leadership is more skeptical. Particularly, Peter Reiner argues that the current doctrine on battlefield support is a more effective use of Russia's limited bomber phase. However, terror lobbies are not given, are pushing for their own military school, and possibly in the future their own terror bombing. Focuses armies of the yes. Like every German cover. I agree with that actually. Not with the whole cover Germany, I agree with like strategic bombing. It's two different things. Two very, very different things, if I can be so, you know. Clear. I don't even going for like mechanized army research. Actually, right now I think it would be better. Whatever, I've done it. Land reform in Turkestan. Kazakh rebellion goes on. Turkestan, which in Russia defends the entire central region. Central Asia has been destination for states business and sleeping reform. And when migration slowed somewhat over the past decades, it's increased drastically at best. As the RSS only the famous got on the way. Source of valuable land in Turkestan has already been settled by 1910. Many of the current settlers are instead decamping around the Kyrgyz steppe, which is drawn by of locals, particularly Kyrgyz, Kazakh nomads, who accusing settlers disrupting the traditional migration routes. Even Cossacks, typically the policing of the Russian state and region, have voiced their complaints about settlers stealing unused land that the Cossacks keep for their herds. Nor has Turkestan escaped controversy. For facing fewer settlers, Turkestani villages have been singled out by government for similar consideration in modernization campaign as for Russian counterparts. This is from reasons quasi-feudal Kishrak, the more modern Shirakat, has proven controversial for many of the same reasons as states in Russia. The peasants dislike consolidating fields and resent the supervision of outsiders. Our situation is far from volatile in Turkestan. Locals are claiming with some justification that the Council of Land Division are overwhelmingly Russian and biased accordingly. The Asian officials and peasants alike have banded together to demand local tribunals be established to represent the interests of this provision. There's still doubt that these tribunals were hampered with farm campaign, as several party officials had on one night, and so several party officials are quietly suggesting that the army and Cossacks be mobilized to have a problem with, but deal harshly with dissent. I don't care how the Kazakh rebellion deals. That's not good. There's also been a strive for a sort of Russian army going into shadows. More conservative of the corps worry about the potential of losing it. The SZRS has always had some radical veterans organization and a lot of fervent supporters of the lower ranks of the military, like NCOs and young officers who spent through the hell of the war's privates. The SZR's polling materials are being shared in the garrisons, which is often prompt resistance from superior officers, conservative or liberal. It is unprofessional. The schism keeps growing between the true subordinates and ranks of all soldiers who wear professionals above personal loyalty to the first. Foundation of a background pact. Well, we need 2 more levels of anger in the military. Green International divided. Civil wars of economic crisis and high tensions were cancelled from Green International to Taiwan. Green International was founded in as military Poland basis movement based on who the fuck cares? I don't care. False radicalism. That's like to at least when you factor some more extra add 4 military factories. Actually pretty good. I mean like most 4, 3 civilian factories, but I can live with that. I hope. I'll be honest. On American shores. Oh, that's nice. Schwarzreich to road government, okay. We long like ooh. Oh, that's interesting. I want you off. Oh, superb. Xinjiang Kilik erupts into war. The Spanish Civil War. Featuring Ali. Controversies captured the headlines in Dagestan instead of Petrovsk. Ali Kayaf, an ultra Islamic jurist and Sharia scholar, has promised long-standing signs of play issues. Islam for 7 students, Ali Kayaf declared victory by autocracy of Tsarist Cost regime. The main Russian subordinations increased rise up to defend the themes of the February Revolution. The reached Ali Bussovo manifesto of resistance. 97 Cost pamphlet. Ali Kayaf's inflammatory words have further stoked tensions. The lack from the ancient city of Gazimuk, Ali Kayev has spent. Since I'm playing a Hearts 4 today. I played Hearts 3 like a long time ago. Well, and not that much. Spent most of his 58 years committed to the cause of democracy and education. Ali Kayev covered various ephemeral education governments during the Civil War. Most controversially helping Bolshevik-aligned forces by condemning the pro-white Nasmuddin Kuczynski's claim to the title of Dagestan Imam. The end of the Civil War saw Ali Kiev reconcile neither with white-aligned Dagestanis and General Nukbek Tarkovsky, nor with Gayada Romanovs, except Medjilis in Georgia. Instead, returned to social passion of education from ethnography. The Russian government was largely content to leave him alone. Ali Kayev's change of father's outraged local secular and religious authorities. Kayev said his sermon as a betrayal on his clemency they had granted him. Though the meant his immediate arrest, but there was urged caution. Students from many Dagestan Islamic schools in Madras have walked out of class with the blessings of their teachers to demonstrate in support of Ali Kayev. Soft touch, he may bold civil disobedience, but harsh response can just as easily cost. No, imprison him. I don't care. Did not take long for these trees, but over in Berlin, the term of Reichskanzler is over. In the set, a range of German conservatives formed across the spectrum now controls Reichstag. A vitally important foreign office has been taken up by Ulrich von Hasse, diplomat leading the far-right DVAP, with most important ministry shake-ups and likely the only thing out of this ordeal at Ministers. Well, I expect that Hasse, much like the German right, is in that case, Albert only further expanding the country's hegemony over Europe. But in taking power, the once virulent Russophobia that dominated the German political screen, seen ever since the election of Savinkov and the Lake Lubon crisis, has been redirected towards the Synecdoche bloc, who has claims is actually sending a leading crusade against tradition and all in Europe. As far as has spoken of Russia as an inalienable part of European civilization, saying Synecdoche as the greatest threat to it. Yet, despite his preference for Moscow international on the European stage, remains just talk. Truthfully, despite the presence of a seemingly respected and professional diplomatic leader in Berlin, can one really predict that much? It will change in the following much with change of focus, reasonable or not. Also, I still devote you for German word border. You prefer some of the stuff like combat and also for a while. I don't have enough knowledge about that game to make a statement. It's unlikely that the German Foreign Office will ever host anyone truly wanting to make threats of Russia. One could perhaps imagine a world where the Germans, seeing reason, would withdraw from Eastern Europe and cooperate with us against the international for the good of continents all. The German operating procedure remains unwavering in its anti-Russian stance within the bureaucratic confines of the country. As states will remain unaltered. Of course, I suspect that any significant shifts in Russian-German relations are unforeseeable. Such facts confirm the undermined neither. There's no reason with Germans we will come to blows one way or another. Doctrines, cycling. Fleeting being. Carrier. No, we're going for big ships. I say this when I have not a single. The Tommy in many cases outright lawlessness of North Council Smith region for further ground fight measures, intensifying Korea conflict in Caucasus has led to explosive growth among self-defense group loyal to Botniks. Many of these foster the personal retinues of local feud lords and mullahs, while from privileged groups like the Comics, Kaparens, Cherkess and Avars. The Muslim units have begun to cooperate closely with their Christian counterparts among Ossetians and Cossacks. All have gradually come to be known under the umbrella for white battalions. Still, a lot of this is still a bit reference to a famous Caucasian Right division of the German War. That said, many speculate the name is equally tended to appeal to Savinkov's ego. During his time as war minister in the provisional government, Savinkov had been tasked with transforming the Right division into a full-fledged army, but was ultimately derailed by the Civil War. Now, many white battalion commanders are pleading with the federal government to do what the 1917 project failed to achieve. Organizing expanding the white battalions has widespread support, especially as violence in the region is built out of the mountains and into vulnerable lowlands and cities. Many armor offers low to trust measures of dubious quality, and either they would serve best as auxiliaries under the strict oversight of regular forces. On the other hand, white battalion leaders emphasis on keeping their independence. A United States Army meddling would stifle mobility and initiative that has made them so effective. By using local force, there would be less need to send Russian conscripts to the region. At least somebody still likes us. Amen. And he was like, yeah. Conspiracy to destroy Germany. Surprising clandestine military meeting took place in Petrograd, which would have been one place in 1915 and 1963. Trade Franco-British military litigation with General Field Marshal Piotr Wrangel surprising positive terms. The nation was under the leadership of General Georges Cotterud, with Charles D'Estaing and his deputy Edmund Ironside leading the representation of British military. I could almost forget about the larger disagreements of the respective governments, so I had a strategic plan for the structure of Germany in a calm, professional manner. Both sides have felt information and adopted thinking about the possible future conflict and managed to destroy Germany. They were open enough to agree on sharing relevant military intel and some other matters that would make cooperation easier. After all, both of them shared a simple, greater goal: the structure of the German Empire and avenging the peace of 1919. And for these military men, it was greater cause than ideology. Okay. Civil War has broken out in Spain between the royal government and the Socialist Revolution. Immediately because the Spanish War has created some excitement and some people among patriotic Russians. Green units already started to organize both the nations and possibly a volunteer force to send them. Viktor Larinov, a prominent SZAS member, so declared in Svoboda freedom. What was going on in Spain is yet another repeat of bloody Russian fratricide, and it would be our moral duty to have. But the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, so they spoke Kaiserreich, one looks at Europe as a broad war of chess between Germany and world. If their enemies, and the defeat of the Spanish Revolution would only put Spain back in the arms of the Germans. So the French government in Paris is keenly aware of. Clandestine meeting between our foreign minister, French ambassador, secretly was proposed. Russia would remain neutral in Spanish affair and block any attempts by Russian citizens to go to fight in Spain. On its foundation, initially caused Spain would force to become part of French of entities. In return, the French promised to withdraw from funding social movements in Russia and Eastern Europe for time. No, fuck them. Oh, fuck! When have the French promises ever meant something? It's like, when was the last time one of them met it? Like, this is the end of the Vilnius Agreement, yeah. Secret Army. Officially, the army is light to wash, but our security service have been nothing more and more. Been noting more and more suspicious meetings around all generals. Laws for botniks are being kept outside of inner circles, and discreet discussions have been happening. Cliques around men like Dorostovsky, Denikin, Makarov, and Dranger. They become just treated and proposed military purpose, but such an option also carries tremendous risks. Given how much of the army seems more loyal to our civil war leaders than washed, we will observe and prepare. Ready to raise the self-government. Uh-oh. Later roll to Ukraine. More. How many? Oh, not gathered by Patriarch Anthony's through and service Moscow. In popular faithful and compromising faith advice beyond his years. He was a man who'd always pray for the effort of Romanovs to this day. That said, made too many enemies for years. It must be said that death was like a relief and grab him. They Patriarch had been a fervent opponent of Salenkov. All kinds of journalists gathered in Moscow, so they forced of Patriarch fun, but officially this purely matter of faith. The Patriarch of Aarhus, the SZRS is belonging to support faction, which points Sergei of Nation of God. Sergei's supporters have been amicable to Salenkov policies and willing to drop over Merkison that was so dear to the Patriarch. They are supposed to very much depend on Petrograds' use of. He remains suspicious of the state's attempt to control the church. He's more that considerably than Antimos, and many of his followers have even been sent to prison for opposing Salenkov. Predictably, the council caved into pressure from authorities and elected to appoint Sergei. Sergei. As a new Patriarch of Aarhus. In his first song, Sergei declared the importance of cooperation between church and authorities. The word pope is not fitting for a priest. Well, that's going to change. Members of terrorist. Well, I don't care. There. Well, that's fun. The past land shows the same distribution of land. From nearly every socialist state in Russia, one has remained conspicuously untouched. After several many military officers cash in their retirements on tracts of cheap land purchased from the National Land Fund. Many actively serving officers did it likewise. They were complicating the question of how, if all this land is to be used, if at all, this land is to be used to be, with many former landowners penniless and unable to repurchase old lands, Scouts forces quickly filled the gap as one of the most disproportionately land-rich groups in Russia. The officers naturally said their proud self-nation entitled them to land that they both earned and bought fairly. Beyond simply holding vast chunks of land, it's become increasingly clear this present situation is also caustic to army morale, as many enlisted peasants have been dealt with ignominy, being commanded by the landlords. President Salenkov has refrained from commenting directly so as to not offend military delicate honor. Despite extolling the correct segment of peasant farmer soldiers, have often been cited by proponents of the reform. Disputing officers' land may win back flagging public opinion, but adding new enemies. The military is also must never land like everybody else. It's just to get the military up where it needs to be. Yeah, here, at 8. I'm a bayonet's end. First of all, Russian government frees Vilnius Accord.
Short period of post-Russian Civil War was cut short by the global economic depression of 1925. And the only place we could go for credit was for old enemy Berlin. In 1926, the first buying was struck with Germany in the shape of German-Russian trading credit agreement. The price, gold shares by Rheinmetall. The Russian economy grew, yes, but grew unfairly, unequally, and ultimately turned both the left and the right against the liberal ideas of the Republic. On the 11th of April 1963, the treaty would have needed to be renewed again for it to remain in power. It was not. While Germany has been offering to renew its period of massive economic disruption, remains steadfast. Russian interest rate has soared overnight. We have been able to trigger tariffs and additional taxes against business from Middle Europa and have gained the legal basis to start demolishing German economic shares from Russia. A first step towards liberty. Vanguard suspicion of the Russian army has reached a flashpoint. Our intelligence services are still trying to build the whole picture of current events in Moscow, but it seems that a number of local units mutinied or were ordered to mutiny by someone high up. Soldiers were demanding that Savinkov's commissars spies be taken away from the army, and an unexplained purchase would stop. The local putschist leader, Colonel Boris Fortunatov, had been thought to be a political rival, but instead attempted to seize the Kremlin and key points in Moscow, in lead of the Bolshevik and Kunilov attempts. Special purpose platoon forced the government and engaged in the fight, and it seems like the attempt would only be left as an attempt, until it's released that it was only the first shot. It is over! Petrograd security. Sponsor Belgrade. The death of Savinkov. We did it! We saved Russia! It was midnight when the plan sprang into action. Units of the 2nd Guards Infantry Division had been transferred near Moscow for maneuvers weeks earlier. That security had been maintained by Klepikov's all-seeing spy network. All had been personally given over orders between men who had fought in battle together decades prior. The dead of night, the 13th Infantry Regiment would take over the Ministry of Interior and decapitate Savinkov's intelligence services. The 200th Infantry Regiment would hit the main bridges and radio stations, while the 6th Infantry Regiment would score Pyotr Wrangel and the Kremlin to arrest the president. Another division would be ordered to block the roads leading to Moscow. No matter who won, they would be firing Scots tonight. The group began catastrophically. Raja units guarding the ministry refused to lay down their weapons, and a shootout began. Much better armed and trained regulars rapidly were not, with a delay that Savinkov be warned, and he had left the Kremlin by the time Pyotr Wrangel got there. Fortunately for pushers, the president's commander was intercepted on his way to Byakov airport. Savinkov's armor-plated Buick became the center of the shootout, and his guards, including his trusted spy Master Klebikov, were killed in the crossfire. Wounded, Savinkov himself was captured shortly after, executed after the drumhead court-martial held by Pyotr Wrangel. Among the charges were mass murder, sabotage, and corruption. The body was burned soon after, and mass arrests of Savinkov's began. We did it! We saved Russia! Savinkov overthrew Boris Savinkov said the president's actions of increasing up both the populace and the military. A military coup was launched against him, led by Pyotr Wrangel. The army secured the Kremlin and intercepted the forced escape attempts. He was course-martialed and shot. The Polish government is staying with us of restoring Russian democracy, the monarchy, and the protection of Field Marshal Wrangel. Yay. Citizens of Russia, the brave Russian army, under the command of General Field Marshal Pyotr Wrangel, is maintaining order while a smooth transition to stability and normal civic life is ensured. After these dark years, martial law will stay in place for your own safety. As I, representing the entire provisional government, am making a statement from the Senate Palace. We are gathering the democratic representatives of the 1934 elections, not counting most deemed traitors to the Russian people. They, alongside legal experts from the Supreme Court, will begin amending the constitution of the Russian Democratic Federal Republic to move a person that the late president's regime effects upon it. The work of that all Russian constituency will be served but wise. God help us, in a month or two, all of Russia will be taking part in free elections and will hopefully restore normalcy to our nation. Chair of the Persian Council of Ministers, let us get to work together. I like to third all Russian decision. Activates mission, building support for the station. To promulgate a new Russian constitution. Click on the decision tab and choose at least 6 articles to be signed by the constitution, or by ensuring that the majority of faction, thus military, proofs of a new document. The decisions we take will have future consequences. Russia is the monarchy. The session. Trying military rule. We have a communist ban. Okay. proportional system, so let's just try the past monarchies, yeah. The percent proportions will favor radical democratic party, high electoral. Mixture of nationalization. Try military rule. Trench federalism. Wicked federalism. State orthodoxy. This law affects for the constitutional parts and military effects must agree to the constitution. The military must always agree. So like majority needs, so like we only need to like realistically please the cadets. Wicked federalism. Yeah. That too. Executive decrease. Monaco supports this, but Monaco supports like all. Cadet faction supports Monaco's restoration. People communist band. Well, no need for that one. Strict nationalization. Defense. Well, that's not what he's doing. Peter Wanger speaks. The opening first session of Constitution Preparation Chairman Collison, Blackberry himself rose onto the podium to address 200 members of the Assembly. Wanger was the natural speaker, quite a bit of politician in his blood. I think the Assembly for important work for the nation, reminded that ultimately freedom of Russian people had only been saved by a watchful army. However, if there had been a monarch, in a relatively constitutional one, who was most prestigious in the nation, Benz of the Southern Cough could never have gained to power. The General Field Marshal avoided making any concrete demands of the Assembly, and made it clear that ultimately he is kingmaker, or should we say, Tsarmaker. He only wishes that the gentlemen of the Assembly can put the Dutch of favor behind him, against the rest of statesmen, doing the best for the whole nation in view of what has happened during the past 20 years. The applause was largely to come to the rightly. A sort of black baron hangs over the Assembly, especially monarchist relaxation, and there seem to be few other options. Constitution is safer point. Speech of Dmitry Pavel. Later accounts will popularize Dmitry Romanovs' speech to Constitution as a deciding factor for the restoration of monarchy in Russia. One of the representatives of Constitutional Assembly, let us consider the hypothetical scenario. If Russia had been a monarchy of sufficient authority in 1933, a parliamentary coup of up-jumped terrorists would not have become a fait accompli. Instead, the Emperor may have appointed an emergency government to deal with the threat, in combination with those who probably fought until the last. But instead, this democratically elected tyrant crossed all opposition after extending the vice office of the realm. Not led by the Emperor, but one who shouts the loudest. Only brave acts of Baron had saved countless more lives from death and torture. And by controlling the military coup, without that, many of you, ladies and gentlemen, would be in hiding, arrested, or even dead. The Russian Republic was built with its brave army as a first and last line of defense. I must admit that it worked, even if you had to go through several years first. I appeal to your reason, honored representatives, let us not start another gamble. Democracy is a precious principle, yes, but it can also be hijacked from the very schools. Army is obviously not the ideal safeguard against this. Can you see any better safeguard than the existence of a constitution-abiding emperor? And with enough power to check any demagogue trying to gain power? I bring to gamble a future for our children and hope that our madman does not rise to power through abuse of our democratic system, can really afford to repeat our mistakes, even if you're hard against monarchy. Listen to reason for employees often gets the last say. Population of army. Big communist band, well, we're doing that one. Telephone for power. Yeah, integration. To engage. Okay. Oh yeah, we have like done this now. It's a good property to this. No, that's later. What's this like the late game thing? Was like West Russia, party of Russia. So, oh. Oops, completely forgot Bill was. Whoopsie doopsie. Rise because that faction. Planet's provocation that army expects a restoration of monarchy was like a fist in the face for Russian events. The social revolutionaries on the left almost immediately never spectrum. Fricktown was calling for popular peasant uprising against that Tsarist power. Only small power of SR party being to adapt. With quick designs, the collect faction of assemblies numerous, could get a majority of conservatives. But many of them are staunch Republics at this point, most vocally in Krasov and Dolgorukov. In effect could be perceived towards a constitutional monarchy, the fact that the monarchist clique of armies essentially forcing the assembly to legitimize the monarchical restoration at gunpoint, stronger principle for most. In private, Golitsyn visited the group and pleaded with cadets to listen to reason. They will probably remain the strongest party in the monarchy regardless, especially if they could restore monarchy on their own terms, and defang the more reactionary monarchists in the army. Right cadets like Kaiserreich and Romanovs had even started to admit it, that there were some benefits to Romanov restoration, like it could create political stability. One by one the cadets were swayed, either by cold hard pragmatism, spineless ambition, or genuine reform belief in constitutional monarchy. On the fourth day of assembly, the still hesitant Makarov had found himself at the helm of a large constitutional monarchist party. Yay. Well, at least 6 artists have been chosen. We have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. Restriction of nationalization. And anything else? No, it's like all democracy. I don't really care about that. It's like, you know, what's the constitution? The third all-Russian constitution is accepted the new Russian constitution after a lengthy debate. Even though it has not been ratified by everyone, it's highly likely that the consensus holds, save for possible minor alterations. The politicians and legal experts of assembly have given constitutional draft to interim government, and we signed in unison, dissolving body. Hopefully the document will prove stronger against fascism than its precedent. Socialists in full control, no way. Oh. Why is socialism just fucking like spreading everywhere? What the fuck? I don't think the German army is like the worst one anymore. I should probably actually know what I think about it. Send some volunteers. Then you think completely well about that one. Yeah, there's more than I could send. You have maximum is 3, okay, good. So then like think about someone. What did I think about? It's influencing. Base stability. Nation of Brusken crop. Organization of Mesh Mineral Revenue Association or whatever Buchhaltungskreditbank. Bishop of Dissector. Election of Imperial Regent. As official coronation is yet to take place, the Constitution defines that without reigning monarch, the region will be appointed to govern state. If his ability on royal both restoring democracy and the monarchy, Baron Wrangel was the natural choice to hotel. His time head of state will naturally be sought. Russia to Ukraine Federation will know as the Russian Empire. Yay! We're back, baby! Lebanon Emperor Coupune occupant, German Field Marshal Peter Wrangel, made a much expected announcement. Elections, the first ones in what seems like an eternity, will be held in 3 months. Regardless of the election outcome, the state of emergency upheld by Munich will be ended afterwards, and power will be fully transferred to the hands of the civilian government. It was clear that Peter Wrangel will maintain a large amount of influence behind the scenes. Russia's major parties are feverishly preparing, trying to fill their ranks, collecting funding, and rebuild both the party machinery and the ideas. Everyone understands how important the 1937 election is going to be. Unlike a normal election cycle, where not every position is elected simultaneously, now all seats in both chambers of the Duma are up for grabs, and similarly, all gubernial Dumas, versus now a beginning of a new better Russia. Restoration of democracy, yeah. Never an arbitrative. Despite serving control, some must promise to resonate. During his presidency, the government showcased grand propaganda campaigns depicting oppression of Slavic peoples and pro-German governments and corporations, on instantly extracting maximum profits for Berlin. Just like that then in Russia, according to reports, Savinkov's promises the bench was the first to liberate German-occupied western territories did resonate. Pro-war publications are citing the heightening tensions between the great powers, the improved weakness of Germany due to the economic crisis, and the growing socialist armies in the West as hopeful signs. Surprisingly, this is something that is found supported all across the political spectrum, even those who are not particularly nationalist-minded agree that Germany is the threat to liberty, socialism, and national self-determination. Others speak of defending the rights of the fight Russians, and more right you go, the clearer the demands for simpler revenge, nation of Germany, and realization of Russian world power. Anyway, it's like who has the most? Yeah. Ungarn Sternberg, you can like do something here in Spain. Who did I support again? I did not support Carla Spain, did I? Yeah, no, then I should probably is. Where are you? Yeah. Most fire parties. Oh, fuck me. The actual promise of it is that the RS Vosh Great Land was never finished. However, discontented county said that propelled him into power changing concerns. Whatever one's opinion relates to Savinkov is, one must admit that this program to break up large states and direct Russian countryside into fairer, more efficient times was not wrong. Council of Land Division, set up by Savinkov's Minister of Agriculture, have continued to functioning after them, trying their best to buy and reduce the farmland. Of political turmoil, they have lost much of the funding and are generally in disarray. Almost all parties agree on continuing work, if on a smaller scale, with less drastic measures. Lutsev has promised to forgotten rule Russia, and Savinkov was not the only one who cared for him. The social revenues have been especially vocal on the matter, in the main prioritization at social inclusion. How's that looking actually? It's not that big, like a bit faster. I guess. Party Conference of the Constitutional Democratic Union Podcast. A former president and man who lost Savinkov, Vasily Maklakov, opens the meeting, sobering words that sum up the most important question in the nation's to answer, which is to avoid repeating history, what went wrong in 1933, and tying Savinkov rose to power through large legal means. Many failures of both cadets and men asked to be identified. They had embarked on an unadvised war in the Far East, they had ignored the anger of the Russian pool, they had become complacent at some point. To close race of Germany as a main failure. Some point to close race of Germany as Makarov himself admits. Our race, they was done by an hour-long analysis by Professor Anton Tashiov, leader of the Cadet right wing, who played a major role in swaying Cadet party to supporting imperial restoration. In his speech, he paints a picture of godless, secular, and chaotic republic, largely dictated by socialist revolutionary populism, both left and right, trampled on good Russian virtues. To him, the time without the Tsar has been vast land of misery and chaos. Story and all well-versed Russian history should know. His new Shabbos will only end with political stability given by a monarch and a responsible party, such as cadets in charge. It must be that the folk skies of Russia at the moment seems to favor Tashiov, and many cadets would later describe him the moment as waking up from a nightmare. Some still defend republicanism, but were drastically avoid public interference, and Tashiov was elected as the new president of the party. Cadets will the status quo favors the party. Let's see how it goes. Volunteers forces and transfer, yes, I know. The new Central Committee of the Socialist Revolution Party is due to elect the party conference in Samara, called by current chairman Vladimir Richter. After the party leadership paid homage to the great memorial of the previous army of Komoch, the wider pride of a party, they settled the debate on the future of the party and the electoral tactics. Truth be told, Richter was pressured to arrange a conference greatly before elections due to internal pressure. He reported Savinkov to the end and saw for it in Siberian winters. He spoke the last 3 words in the State Duma before the tyrant took over. But it was zero of the circumstances, a dramatic martyr and symbol. He has never been known as the most policy-focused man. He is Jan of our tomb, a perfectly archetypal socialist revolutionary. Now, he's essentially calling for war against monarchists. Unsurprisingly, the stance on monarchy became the dominant topic of debate, where the chairman insists on total government boycott to pressure the Tsar to eventually abdicate because of political unrest. Many of us were ready to accept the monarchy as fait accompli. The relevant question now was how to reduce monarch's power as much as possible. Leader of the monarchist revolutionaries, as enemies mock them, was Ilya Fodyaminsky, an older venerator as great revolutionary slogans work when overthrowing dictators, but such idealistic fervor does not govern states. Instead, Fodyaminsky suggests leaning more to political censure and moderation, looking for little people's welfare through sensible and cooperative means. Such a program could surely ensure open path for SRs to become even Tsar's government, as honoring as the idea sounds. Comrades prevail. This one. What is Russian? What the communist laws? It's not showing to 3 years of old academicians. Socialism is practice, of constant struggle against the Tsars, princes, generals, and politicians. Struggle against the rich, the privileged, and the exploiter. In Russia, there's no anti-exploiters. What do you think came to the nationalized workplace after the fall of the tyrant? I can assure you, it did not fall into the hands of workers, but in the hands of already privileged. You think Denikins wrangled self-interest of common and art? You think the cadets care? And Richter socialist revolutionists obtained the good name of socialism, offering empty promises to landowners they imagine as the poor toilets of Russia. Russian socialism is not concerned with politics and corruption. Russian socialism is found in the strong hands of the Yakutian Vodgada. Those great young dog workers of Petrograd, instead of stealing, we build, instead of destroying, we dream of something better. Or we can change the course of Russian history. Vote for Radical Democrat Party. They got perfume spread across the country. Oh yeah. Never another song pick off. Yes, it's not happening all. Rotation of state businesses. Columns and holds. Search our Russian patriots. Favor. Orthodox Church favors party. Russian political right has historically been played by sneering at mass politics and relying on the Orthodox Church, military and the state apparatus to maintain power. It's created a paradox of a deeply conservative nation with an electorally fish political right. In fact, it's often the most successful conservative party in Russia is the Liberal Cadet Party, which has large support from conservative middle class, large conservative stability and reliable governance. The Savinkov of all Russian political party has filled much of the void on the right, winning back those lost to SZRS, as well as the right most major party in Russian politics. Current party chairman, Alexander Dmitrievich Golitsyn, is a moderate character, prone of reason, patriotism, and monarchism. Supports political violence and illegality at every turn. Golitsyn's leadership has often been backed by the VZS, the All Russian Union of Landlords, vigilance organizations such as the Union of Volunteers and the Orthodox Church. Much of the party's current strength comes from an active fight, grassroots movements of the so-called People's Patriots, political movement around the Solomon Rich brothers, seek to build a new Russian conservatism, one that is less aristocratic and elitist. Snub, no doubt directed at Golitsyn. Ivan Lukyanovich Sonovich is already gave a cold following, especially in the northern branch of the party. So it of course became the most popular party in the VPPV. campaign kicks off. Elections campaigns, all major parties have begun, both seeking to revise their own base and attract new voters. Cadets are running on a surprising campaign, with major regional differences, pushing more liberal candidates in the cities and more conservative ones in countryside. They're being harassed from right by VPVV. It has managed to energize many national students and is at their strongest in middle-class areas. On the left, there's a complex struggle between two socialist revolutionary parties fighting rivalry, and two alongside the IDP. All three have energy. Which party has the best start? The Patriot Party. I hope. I don't know. Well, I don't like that one, so that's all to say. Left wing had a chance. Back with far left, it's no secret that despite the ban of communistic organization, communism has not gone anywhere in Russia. Many outwardly moderate left wing organizations, even the IDP itself, have plenty of members sympathetic to it. Sympathetic to religion, and even moderate party leadership has recognized it. Trying to balance between moderating radicals and using them to gain political influence, despite serious persecution at Savinkov's regime. A good number of these socialists, most organizations largely operating on a large scale, they're seeking to make tactical lines for IDP. Potential allies include organizations like the General Jewish Labor in Russia, as the Workers' Party of Kazan, the Good Union of Labor, and large number of small organizations. In addition, the Party of Left Socialist Revolutionists very socialists on their lists and seek to cooperate in rural regions that are admittedly stronger than us. Nation. So let's get one sec. I bought one here. Today marks the day Kaiserreich Romanov grants of Emperor Alexander II Liberator. The Liberator, ascends to the throne of the Russian Empire. It is rather fitting for Kirill to be in his position. While he was in Petrograd in 1917, he worked moderate and should establish a constitutional monarchy. In 1921, the constitution, his attempt to establish a state, had fallen short. He remained away from politics for some time, but not related to monarch or conservative causes. For Romanov, he is rather rebel, lacking any other characteristics. He remains a stern figure, one who seeks moderate solutions and will not tolerate the rise of people far left. At abysmal period. Strong news from Russia. Monarchy has returned. The further Russian Duma with resistance of army chief selected to destroy the monarchy, citing it would bring civilian order that would probably banning you. 10 years ago, in 1928, what began as an incident with Chinese Eastern Railway became a full-scale military expedition under General Konstantin Sakharov. They were advancing boldly and fought quickly against poorly armed Chinese forces, and then she came to help from Mundenjing, now Manchurian winter. Sakharov suffered crippling defeat against the combined force of Zhang Zhulin's forces and the Japanese chosen army, while the main Russian forces were only being transported to the east. War turned to humiliating destabilizing defeat for young Russian Republic. The defeat reminded many of the catastrophe of 1905 and was followed by similar political drama, culminating in Vasily Boldyarev's coup attempt. Christmas purchase enacted by General Kureyev and the great loss of the face of President Nikolai Vensy many point as beginning of escalating political instability. It was only halt by the election of Boris Sankov in 1944. Policy in frontier has been quiet but constant case of constant underfunding. While Japan's rarest rival, the budget never seems to prioritize the far-flung parts of the nation. Even for the shortfalls of Far Eastern District have already seen valid priority. At least such relations are framed. Who likes Pyotr Wrangel? As science characters gathered in the Red Square of Moscow, one of the most visible leaders of protests has been Valentin Fyodorowicz Bulgakov, Christian anarchist, Tolstoy pacifist, march against the military has drawn all men's people around the anarchists, including more socialist anarchists from the Society of Kropotkin, and even some more average socialists. Main demands of protesters are to free the political prisoners and the army arrested during the state of emergency, ending the state of emergency, and an end to army interference in politics. Boris Gell is a protest against the constantly escalating war situation and jingoistic rhetoric that many of the Russian officer corps have adopted. Some are writing effects in demanding international peace between all nations, but he's facing hymns. self-international. Playing him self-international. That's nice, but you'd still be beaten up. I think that's always been segments in post-Civil War Russia. Regardless of the socialist organization, has always been very rugged, based around the Red Island of industry across Russia, and very far through regions. Both radical Democrats and left socialist revolutions cooperating. In some cases, situations became heated. I regard young men from Piedmont have been destroying socialist borders. Yes, participating. German foreign officer represents of German bosses. Interests were outraged or blanket, which of international laws of trade. Germany also limits, adopt a more pragmatic personal profit-seeking stance of negotiation. Russian government is willing to compensate for unjustly caused economic damages. The Germans will Germany also maintain Germany and fair economic sanctions, which will hurt gladly their soul. Road to recovery. German depression stuck Russia like a tidal wave. All four flood walls have not entirely receded. But I'm pleased that the worst has passed. Red lines at once snagged across whole city blocks have been curfews attempted to stop riots and looting have been lifted. Shutter factories have been stoked back to life. Muscovites laughed that the new government must be run by artists, sign painters who have made fortune printing up the city's new first offerings. Rapid and decisive intervention planned by the years has helped offset the most gripping damage. Albeit at cost, Archbishop still I said, when he thinks the painful after bait money. Diamond said the economic ties between Russia and Germany are fundamentally flawed. Russia rebirths now, but another reckoning is coming. One criticism that, as the Dad loved to point out, was how often established parties, the cadets in particular, try sides for actually funding from business elites. The wealth to be spent on political campaigns, it's no surprise that cadets contain a larger share of Duma seats than they should have, at least according to the critics. However, very few outside of the country truly protested, so all of them have their own financial backers. A temporary limit on the spending might reduce tensions and make the whole election seem fairer, especially to the left. It's a free country. It's like that's up here, like representation of state business. Slowly, the Constitutional Democratic Union has been able to capture a lot of moderate right-wing votes alienated by the VPP's monarchism and its predecessor parties. The so-called right cadet faction has, with time, dragged the entire party to the right. Also enabled cadet dominance on the center-right. However, there was some debate of a cadet's approach. Continuing the course would certainly help the party against the more but it may also lead some more progressive voters to this ASAS. However, returning the cadets' more progressive roots would certainly improve their reputation. It would become too expensive. Check the conservatives. Potentially populated from liberalism. I don't know what actually this means. Like interact with conservatives? I don't know. Second American Civil War, ooh. Social would do better. Chase the game-based stability. Alliance of the Socialist Revolutionists. No coalition, where too far left. Relevant parties. Romanov, Dmitry Romanov has put his entire fundraising organization behind the election bid of all Russian Patriotic Party. Conservatives now seem to be using the image of Romanovs to good use, from major cultural events and for policies to even endorsements of some metropolitans. Generally, it seems like new page has been turned, as in the past, the Conservatives sought to avoid too close relation with the controversial Romanov family, in hopes of appealing to liberals. With Savinkov, all of this has changed. For Romanov nostalgia, it's become more and more common. Interesting. Whatever. Just attachment to them. Doctrines of it. If they've actually gone for this, why not? And those board, where's that one? A sec. A bad text is a crime. Yes, screw them. In recent court cases of anti-Soviet laws were successfully used to block the local SOR line newspaper from publishing articles inciting anti-democratic hatred. This case was contested in the Court of Appeals, but it seems like the Assembly for Russian Unification could legally be banned based on association with the SZRS. There's a broad support for parties ban. Some small protests Moscow have led up calling for suppression of these subotnik bootleggers. However, right-wing and even some liberals are generally defensive, so we need to avoid precedents of banning established political parties with having bad taxes and a crime. Campaigning over militaries. Left-wing parties. I don't really. Whatever. I guess we'll have to hold out. Around a million people joined the SZRs during Savinkov's years past, should many who used to belong to PSR, VP, or even cadets. And many of those people are trying to return to politics and their careers. Obviously, those who committed actual crimes during Savinkov's years have been tried, but that is how we should see this project sounds. Statistically joined the SZRs and now seeking to join their old parties. Many even claim that they may join out of fear. I will tell you what mean the left-wing parties could also tolerate more and more far-left candidates, but we would be hypocrites to do anything about it. But Alright, so both left and right. It's like social revolution is, or like, you know, somewhat considered to. Yeah, no, it's not good to happen. That's the big thing that we can research, yeah. It's like a bit far ahead. I was like with research, actually. Let's go for... Oh, it's still... Oh, I didn't even know what the fuck I do. That's a heavy fight, so it's like too much. It's also too far ahead. Six, engineering. Why not? Guys on the bus. Officially, the Russian army was apolitical, but details of Sakinov's regime are being publicized. It's clear that hundreds of officers bear some responsibility or complicity in atrocities ordered by Savinkov. It's no secret that the SZRS will tend to enjoy genuine support, especially among young officers. The army should not object being used against domestic enemies spread as communists. High-ranking officers have already been removed, naturally, but there remain hundreds of cases where state prosecution is suspected by those who wish to see justice. Range march rifles found complicit. like, let's go for this one, yeah. Army takes on the Philippines. I'm just saying, I could have, you know. Probably going to, like, go to war soonish, I guess. Let's take that. Best behind, like, you know, to Dnieper. Which responsible for cover, or whatever. Sick. It's like heavy tank. I have not done anything with it. Thanks. Also construction better. Mechanic culture. Ugh. A major newspaper. People's Cause published a lengthy interview with General Douglas MacArthur, cited the American contract, interview goes in depth from the American situation. Well quoted by Russian audiences, who makes a pity and horror. The Americans have to go through the same trial of blind fire the Russians had. How will it be murdered by carrying Chekists? Much of the publicity is focused on American whites, a term that obviously carries a very different meaning in American politics. I think it popularized the idea of MacArthur, Savior of America. Men with a pinch of Kolchak and colony of his veins, still military able to make decisions, and we politicians were able to make. Some Russian population ideas too long too, but I've seen comparing in favour to Savinkov. The overall consensus seems that MacArthur's government is a legit one, deserves support of Russians, both from citizens and government. Number of enough German business have made offer to Russian government, saying that they can make major contribution to the Russian economy, as long as they're not hit with the same nationalization that other companies have faced. Of course, they do not really have Russia's position at heart, but where's this something to made of this? I mean, could be worse. It's like, you know. A new wave of Asian settlement. Land from such complete. New wave of settlement to Central Asia has begun. Russia has taken up arable land of Kyrgyz populated province of Semiriche and Semipalatinsk. There are already states of conflict between settlers, and both the local Cossacks and the Cossack Leninos in the midst of the same troubles began the uprising of 1916, and Reform Tribune, led by Kazakh Tedrigensia of Alash Party and the Latvia Cossacks, has been doing its best to resolve its disputes as the rise of settler numbers increasing at such a pace that they will not be able to keep a lid on things so much longer. Extent of privatization. The left of many massive state-owned managed historic conglomerates which have turned out to be rotten. They only function because the government could regulate prices and wages arbitrarily, without any inefficiencies. After furious debates in Duma about the fate of the state companies, two main proposals have been drafted. Most matter proposed that of Pavel Buryshkin, long-time businessman politician, whose privatization plan seeks to maintain the integrity of these state companies, but would simply put them in private hands and maintain the contract of the state, to ensure that critical industries are not disturbed. Entirely opposite being Councillor of the economist of SS, Nikolai Konev, the drafted plan that would split the non-essential companies into small portions, which would be privatized with preference towards founding new, small companies instead of giving rich even more. That gives like extra stability, though. So I guess, like, you know, stability would be kind of helpful. How to support them in Krzysztof volunteer forces. Like Mr. Communication who fuck cares. I don't, so much I can tell you. Oh fuck, we've actually pushed my 1917. Thais Russian people went to voting booths to support their chosen parties and decided the fate of state. In a resounding victory, the VP managed of restoring Russia's boss growth and preserving the ideas of tradition of one nation. It brought the party victory over three major parties. People have now, for now, continue to embrace the concept of important leadership to guide the nation. Begrudgingly, congratulations of victory have come from most other parties. Many of the far left continue to denounce the government. The Russian party, yay! So, Thanks to opposition, will conserve force of Russian Empire again in power, intellectually, to everyone's surprise. Yes, the restoration of monarchy is still a lot of opposition as a rank light coup, but if not for Black Baron, it would be still be in prison camp halfway to Colima. National results has made the VP the second largest single party, capturing much of right-wing votes. Additionally, there's the SOR, right wing of cadets, and the number of independents, like the unofficial Muslim faction of the Duma, which are likely ready behind the conservative government. A couple of potential chairman ministers being discussed behind the scenes. Prince Alexander Goldstein is obviously a strong pick as the chairman of the VP, a political veteran. Dr. Vedetsky, a Eurasianist and a moderate conservative, may be able to find more or less from cadets and progressives. Visibility Romanov has also been to an experienced statesman, even if you would rather avoid the from Moscow placing seats of government. My direct choice would be Ivan Solovyevich, VP's vote king and rising star. Commands the Pete's monarchist movement and has become a great proponent of modernized Russian monarchy. The population factor change the social conservatism. The first two would be close to each other. Predictable Slave Republic was poised popular among the Stone Age and its People's Monarchy, where for many fairs to drag Russia in an entirely new direction. So what the fuck does it mean? Only 6 left, I think, though. Labor negotiation, that caps. All them VT. Let's like that. Shuffle state duo. Wake up here? Yeah, here. Nothing I can change this by 10. Not scheme. I don't want like bring these left wing guy even higher. I think like being giving, yeah, I think like bullets, you know. I don't know. This would like be really nice for just like, you know. It's like I've, you know, whatever. Man, rage, you know. You just have to see, you know, what I can do there. So, like, you know, yeah, like, you know, do this. Whatever negotiation. Big anger. Trade relations. After it more sees the property is much of taken legally going to primitive blocks of the state now. Yeah, like right with anger, but oh, well, that's bad. I did not know that. Father of Congress of Union of Tribe of Moscow drew thousands of people, both from urban class, yeah, of Moscow, but also significant number. Essentially from around the capital, led by the SRF organization. It's a nice revolutionary crowd. Now, if given by the strike is Pompeii's monarchy as a blank like military coup. The army forced the constitution and assembly to establish monarchy at gunpoint. Both even if monarchy seems constitutional democratic, it will not stay that way. But it's merely a first step towards the return. It will appear tiny, in rumors of them giving the land back. May have most visible as curses. Oh. Or what the like? Where's like MPPT? Yeah. That's set done. Non-port MPT. That's going to take 72 days, 42 days. Oh, fates! Yeah. Period cabinet has collapsed in vote of no confidence, say. Yet no matter the state. We're doing that. We're going back. I did not know that would happen. Had I known that would happen, I would, you know, not clicked on it. But to be fair, I'm kind of like my own fault. Like I've made, you know, the left anchor, so you know. Yeah. Mutual fish agreement. Yeah. Let's keep an eye on this. Measure of rock the boat. See how this goes. Just go for this one. Shame. Shame. It's annoying. It's like yeah, we wait. Just go over. Oh, this also breaks them up. Fuck. What the fuck? Oh, that's on me. So I get for not reading. Okay, let's do this again. Well, then I just cancel the current, you know, thing going on. I just have to cancel the current one that's going on. The current focus, whatever. We'll do that later on later, I guess. I got angry when I fought, but you know, it's kind of a me although. Kind of did not keep track on how angry I made them. Can't I cancel them? Oh, fuck me. Don't tell me I fucked myself now because of that shit. Like, it didn't say anything, you know. Yeah, now it says left wing aggro. Oh, fuck me. Oh, fuck me. I don't play that much Hearts of Iron 4, so don't. That leads to a fourth government, because like, how the fuck was I supposed to know this? Fuck me, I guess. Well, fuck me. And I have no other save. Like the only save I have like is like a year ago. Well, I have no idea how to do that, but I'll be doing that off stream. That's it for today. I'll be solving that problem off stream. Anyway, thanks for coming. Thanks for being here. Probably will do another one, you know, for this next stream. We have like gotten the Empire so far. So yeah. Well, see you next stream. Tomorrow's the lane. Bye bye. Bye.